The link between tough economic times, stress, and divorce. Almost any economist will tell you, this country is in for a difficult next few years. The mortgage crisis, the credit crisis, and stock market woes seem to have merged to form the perfect storm. For individuals, there is hardly an American that has not seen their 401k shrink, their stock portfolio plummet, and worse, millions upon millions are losing their homes. So, what sort of an impact will this have on our society on a social level? With Americans more and more anxious about their jobs and their future, what will be the state of our interpersonal relationships? The answer is difficult to say, but as a practicing Atlanta divorce attorney, I've counseled more clients than I can count, and I can say this: the number one reason for divorce is money. Not only would I say this from personal experience, but the studies show the same. Married couples fight about their finances more than anything else in their relationship. Now let's get to the second fact. Not only from personal experience, but again as the data shows, there is only one thing more traumatic to an individual than divorce, and that is the death of a loved one. Second to that, individuals experience more grief and more psychological trauma when going through a divorce than most any other experience they face in their lifetime. Add the two up, and you've got not only the perfect storm for this country's financial well-being, but also for the well-being of our relationships, and by way of that, our anxiety levels. So, what do we do? To begin with, let's recognize the problem. I see way too many clients coming into my office feeling like a total failure. Mostly they are men, but sometimes women as well, who for years have been the breadwinner of the family, and with tough economic times, feel like their contribution to their marriage is now non-existent. It sometimes takes an outside perspective to make them say how skewed their perspective really is, and that their children and spouse love them no less because they have hit a rough patch. Communicate with your spouse, tell them how you are feeling. I found that 9 times out of 10, this sort of communication can be the key between a couple following through with a divorce or reconciling. Second, ask for help. See if you can talk to your spouse about cutting down on spending. You'd be amazed at how much you spend on needless items, and you'd be even more amazed at how, once you stop spending frivolously, how little of a difference it will make in your life. You won't be any less happy whatsoever. Also, maybe your spouse can help out, get a job, work from home. The possibilities are endless. The point is, rather than focusing on the negative, try focusing on solutions. I hope this helps. Again, as an Atlanta divorce attorney, I see way too many couples suffer, financially and emotionally, by going through a divorce they can easily avoid. I don't mean in any way to diminish the seriousness and emotional impact that financial problems can play in your life, but I also know that you will make your way through it, be the better off for it, and hopefully strengthen, not ruin, your relationships along the way.